Alrighty. You're listening to MyCNC. Well, I'm trying to control this thing. I'm trying to use a new studio, so bear with me. Bear with me. All right, so y'all listening to the Lady Smith Black Mabanzo from South Africa. The founder of the group actually passed away in, I think in February. So it just happened that I'm really liking this music lately. But anyhow, for those following me today only, my name is Yumbo from MyCNCnews.com, and I'm trying to keep up with my newsfeed pretty much and see everything that's going on right now. So anyhow, for those who just joined me today, all right, so y'all listening to the Lady Smith Black Mabanzo from South Africa, the founder of. All right, so I was listening to two things at the same time. Anyhow, so we're gonna talk a little bit about what's going on my newsfeed, what I'm seeing, and what is going on right now. And of course, for us here in the United States, we keep listening to our president talking about the coronavirus. Try to update us regarding the coronavirus, but the saddest part is he just realized, I think today, that this thing is very serious. He tried to be a chill leader when in fact we needed a leader actually to talk about this pandemic. But why was he trying to be a chill leader and try to blame the past president? And the funny part is actually the supporter of the president. The president is the president. He is what he is. He is what he is. We cannot change him. He's already an old man. I mean, you cannot change the person. But my concern is actually the followers, the people defending the president. It doesn't make no sense whatsoever. Why would you defend every mistake this president is making? He tried to claim, by example, that he ignored the coronavirus when they told him about the coronavirus back in January because of the impeachment. But I think we can remember that when he was not president, when President Obama was president, these guys distracted it. The president back then, President Barack Hussein Obama, he distracted him with his whole birth certificate every day. Even his wife actually went on TV saying that they're doing it for America. That was a distraction for everybody. Um, and I don't want people to say, well, Republicans are defending Donald Trump. I don't agree with that. Uh, Donald Trump fan are Donald Trump fan. That's what they are. The supporter of Donald Trump. They don't have nothing to do with Republican. Of course, Republican on the Senate in the chamber are pretty much on board and following the train. But reality is those people are just supporter of Donald Trump. They're not representing everybody on the Republican Party. It's like when you see those two clowns of the two lady, I forgot the name, Silk and something. For me, they're just clowns. People sometimes mention them and getting mad at them, but they're just clowns. Basically, those are the clowns back in the day when you had the king. Those are the people that amuse the king, to tell him nice things, and so the king can feel better about themselves. So that's what they're doing. So again, my problem is the supporter of these president. Why are they supporting? Why are they defending every mistake this president is making? It doesn't make sense. January 18, they tell you about the whole coronavirus pandemic. They say there is a problem. Back in the day, of course, you fire some people from your team of viral diseases and everything else. You put all those immigration laws, and you say you were distracted by the impeachment. It doesn't make no sense. I mean, again, I'm not here to insult the president, but I'm talking about the supporters of these president. Why are they supporting these president for everything he's saying? He might be doing some stuff, but reality is everything about this president is about himself. Nothing else. He just talk about himself. We talking about coronavirus, and he's talking about ratings of his briefing. It doesn't make sense at all, guys. This is a serious time in America where we need to be serious, where we need the right information. Don't just blame the news media saying that, well, they're giving, fake news. Answer the questions. Give them a good briefing. They need to ask you questions. That's what the media is about. Every president in the United States, any president in the world, they will have journalists ask them questions. And for people who call journalists fake news or were against journalists, most of them were tyrants. We can name Hitler, actually. And we know he was really against journalism. So, as a president, you are liable. Just answer your question. You don't want to answer it? Well, do not answer it, but give them the answer. If they ask you a fake question, which I don't believe most of them didn't ask you fake question, they ask you real question. I'll give an example. The other day, one of the journalists asked him, what can you say to American people right now who are frightened? And the president turned against that journalist. And the same question was asked to the vice president, Pence. And he answered the question. He made America at ease. He didn't just he was not a cheerleader. He just told America what they wanted to hear, that this thing is serious. Pence was really presidential that day. But today what we see a president that was very calm, quiet actually, not calm, but it was quiet. He sent his message, he read everything that was on that piece of paper that he has in front of him. But anyhow, we are talking about the coronavirus today. I had just to mention that for people who can tell me what they think, why they're supporting the president for everything it does. I mean, I see people telling, putting comment actually on the website telling us that, well, because liberals, they don't want this president to succeed. No, the problem is that he doesn't want to succeed himself. He knows he's got these followers. They will do anything. Like he mentioned himself, he can stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot at someone. He's not going to lose any of this supporter. And that's what we're seeing today. People are just supporting this president for everything it does. So let's talk about coronavirus. What do we see on my newsfeed? The saddest part about this coronavirus, every time I open my newsfeed, on Facebook especially, all I see are people dying. it's just sad for some reason. It looked like 2020 didn't bring so many things, so many positive things. I mean, we'll be happy to look at the positive side or the bright side of things, but reality is a lot of people are dying, not just from the coronavirus, let's say it, but people are dying really, even from all the disease. But there is so many deaths. Every time I open my Facebook, there is something, there is a person that dies. And as I always mention, I'm from Congo. And on the Congolese community from Europe or United States, you will see someone passing. A lot of them, of course, due to the coronavirus, which is very sad. So why we're not ready about this coronavirus? America is always a pioneer when it comes to innovation, technology, science. But what happened this time? Why are we not ready? I don't understand that. Maybe someone out there can tell me what's going on, because we were distracted, not by the impeachment, but I believe this president distracted us and didn't want to listen. But America also, as people, I think we are not ready for this pandemic. I kind of quarantined myself, not quarantine, but I kind of stayed at home, confined myself. But after 2 weeks, I said, let me drive out there and see what's going on. I went to few places. I went to Home Depot. I went to Walmart. I went to AutoZone. And people are there shopping like there is nothing. I mean, I would say 10% of people had gloves or a mask on. But everybody I saw out there shopping, they didn't have gloves on. They didn't have a mask on. They didn't keep distance. People want to strike a conversation, even though we supposed to stay like in a certain distance. But it looked like we're not ready, because in America, we think just about ourselves. True, conversation is not a bad thing, but we are talking about a pandemic where we need to take it seriously. But it looked like for a lot of people, since it didn't touch them yet, because personally, I'm touched. I know a lot of people personally that passed due to the coronavirus. So this is very serious. But most of us in America, we are not taking these things seriously. We watch the New York briefing and we just say, well, that's New York. We watch Idaho. There was an earthquake. Well, California, we okay. But reality is, in America, we don't think about everybody else. We don't think about others. America was not made to be so selfish like the way it is today. We were not supposed to be greedy. True, this country is a very capitalistic country, but reality is, this country was made for us to be brothers keepers and sisters keepers. We needed to care about the other person. True, I can make a lot of effort. I can make a lot of effort to make more money than everybody else. But I cannot stand for the other person not to have just a piece of bread or a place to sleep. That's what we are here today. Everything is about me, 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 me. Nothing for the other person. And the other person is starving. And we okay with that. Don't take me wrong. I'm not against capitalism. Oh, hell no. This is capitalist. Competition is a fantastic thing. That's what makes America what it is. But we are missing the part where we turn capitalism to greed. I mean, we saw the whole coronavirus stimulus plan from the Congress. Nobody can really explain. It's like 300 pages. I mean, who can tell me they read the whole thing? How many people can say, well, I've read and I understand everything on those 300 pages? But reality is, the common citizen of America get only 1,500, if they can, actually. You have to apply and see if you can get it. One time, 1 month. When we know for sure with the projection of this coronavirus, it might take another 3 months. I mean, till June. I mean, April and May will be the peak in America in most cities, like, most states like California and all the big, Arizona, Colorado for sure. But still, even after the peak, it's going to go down to June, maybe July, according to what we saw from Dr. Fauci. So again, why are we not taking these things seriously, America? We should take these things seriously. I mean, if they say confine, stay home, please stay home. I mean, we see some actresses or celebrities, if we might call them like that, getting sick, of course, getting better. People say, well, they got paid to do whatever they're doing just to scare people off. So many conspiracy theory. But what do we have to lose just to stay home so you don't get sick? Because it's serious. I've seen people. I have people close to me that are sick because of this coronavirus. I have people close to me that passed because of the coronavirus. So, how serious do you want it to happen? You want someone in your family to pass for you to take it seriously? Or, like most of in America, do you want something to happen so you can sue somebody, so you can make a quick buck? And that's the reality in America nowadays. So, America, coronavirus is a very serious situation. Let's talk about the chloroquine again. Talking about one of my past video. That medication is a very interesting medication. It might be the solution. We never know. You have these French scientists, French doctor, who claim that it will help a lot of people. But reality is, you need to do a lot of tests before you can approve any medication. We cannot just rush to the quick solution, say it's gonna take care of those solution and we're gonna be okay. That would be wrong. We shouldn't be able to do that. America, wake up. Pay close attention to what the WHO is telling us. Pay close attention to what authority are saying, the governor, the mayor of your city. Listen to them. I don't think that they have any purpose to lie to you for any reason whatsoever. Listen to them if they say stay home. Because this is the thing, America. We don't want to get to the point where they're going to declare martial law. Where when you go out just to get a piece of bread, you might be arrested. Where they're gonna get the army or the National Guard involved in this situation. We need to pay attention to those things. I mean, right now we're still free. I mean, this is America, the land of free. We still free, but they gave us an order to stay home, and it looked like we're not taking that order seriously. Why are we not taking this thing seriously? It doesn't make no sense at all. But again, this is one of my few videos that I'm going to start doing, give you my news feed. Today, of course, it was like my second video, but I was kind of, try to express myself and a little bit, because when I went shopping out there, a lot of people didn't care if the coronavirus would exist. People touching the shopping cart. That's just scary. Why do you want to be touching even if there is no coronavirus? Remember, just a few months ago, when you went to a store, you wiped that shopping cart. We didn't have coronavirus. Why did we do that? I mean, seriously, why did we clean those shopping cart every time we went? You went to Home Depot. They actually gave us a complimentary Purell, one of those hand sanitizer, for free for us to use. A lot of stores actually were cleaning those shopping carts for us. That was even before coronavirus. But why it just happened all of a sudden? We're not taking this seriously when they're telling you that there is a virus out there. It just bugs me. This is just sickening. Let's give some statistic here. Let's see. United States. I'm going to read what I see on my news feed right now. I was about to share my screen, but Facebook actually is claiming infringement for some of the stuff that I'm trying to share. So I'm going to try. I try to tell them it's because we're trying to fight this coronavirus. So just on my news feed, they say the Pentagon orders 100,000 body bag for FEMA amid dire production of 200,000 virus dead. The Pentagon ordered 1,000 100,000 body bags for FEMA because we're forecasting about 200,000 people will be dead because of this virus. Guys, this is serious, okay? So right now in America, I mean, people saw in New York, they're putting some bodies inside trucks, those freezer trucks parked on the street. The images are horrible, actually. But yeah, we are seeing all those trucks. They're putting, because all the morgues are full, the hospitals are full, but they're putting people inside those trucks to keep them refrigerated because they don't have space. And this is very, very serious, guys. And the way that the whole escalation actually of this coronavirus in America is just interesting. I mean, since just March the 1st to March the 31st, we went from 1,000 cases to 215,066. That's insane, guys. From 1,000, actually less. And March 11, it was 247. And today we are reaching the 215,000 cases of coronavirus here in the United States of America. People are worried about, well, China is not giving us all the statistic. Well, why are we worried about China? Let's worry about us. I saw this guy on the news, not on the news. He's got a website claiming that, well, China, North Korea, they're not giving us the right information. But reality is, what are the information? If you are a commander of an army, even one dead, you should worry about that. But we think that the number of dead in America, well, because per million people, we just lost 10%. But those 10% have families and sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers, nephew, nieces, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. They do. I mean, think about it. One person dead, how many people are mourning that person? It's at least 2 to 3 people mourning that person. At least. So multiply that. How many people are mourning at this point in America? It's just too many people, guys. So let's wake up and make sure that we take this whole thing seriously. Listen to the World Health Organization. Listen to CDC. If you don't know where to find the CDC information, go to cdc.org. That's where you're gonna find all the information that you are looking for. And take it seriously. Talk to your friends and family and tell them that this coronavirus is a very serious situation and we're gonna be better. Okay. So my name is Yumbo from MyCNCnews.com, and we see you later. Bye.